So let's just start with what's happening with FEMA. An extraordinary development here over the past couple of days. So FEMA, as you know, is responsible for helping Americans in the wake of natural disasters, including the hurricanes that we saw come through Florida twice, and the first one hit North Carolina badly too. And there were claims by Donald Trump and others that FEMA was not getting help to Republican households intentionally, like that they were skipping over Republican households and ignoring Republican households. And this led to a spate of articles on the left by the New York Times and others saying, these are lies. There's no evidence, no evidence. So to their credit, the Daily Wire sent a reporter down there to Florida in particular to start actually knocking on doors and figuring out what was going on and to do some investigative reporting. And they found it was true that FEMA was intentionally skipping houses that had Trump signs on their front lawns. It's pretty remarkable. And not only that, but they found internal correspondence showing the supervisor, the FEMA supervisor on site, telling people to skip the houses with the Trump signs. So it seems pretty clear. What did FEMA do? They fired the woman. And now the woman, she's a supervisor who was fired, and it's all in writing, her telling them to skip the Trump houses, the ones with the signs. Now the woman's speaking out saying, look, I'm a patsy. They told me skip the Trump signs houses. And she's claiming this all had to do with, a house here or there didn't want her help or said something not nice to the FEMA workers. And therefore it was a safety issue, which sounds like a complete CYA. If you really don't want FEMA there, you're supposed to paint like a purple X on your house. And then FEMA knows not to come. A Trump sign is not a purple X. And just because some Trump supporter says to you, what are you doing here? Or I know you guys don't like Republicans, or something less than I love you, FEMA, doesn't mean you get to skip them, madam and FEMA. So the only question really to be investigated at this point is how high does this go? Because she's saying it went up higher than her and that she's being scapegoated, and how much rot needs to be cleaned out at FEMA. Because political messaging from one of the people that they're not huge fans of FEMA is not grounds for skipping their homes, and nor are their Trump signs. So we need to get to the bottom of what's going on here, because there will be more natural disasters. And just because Trump is president-elect doesn't mean he will instantaneously be able to get to the bottom of the rot that's in so many of these federal agencies. The absolute loathing for him, yes, and for the right half of the country. For those of us holding our breath for the past several months, we can finally exhale. The sky seems a little bluer, doesn't it? Work can finally be done on the major issues this country's facing, one of the most significant being our national debt. The fact is, our nation's broke, and that debt is a house of cards that cannot be quickly dismantled. So the strategy remains the same. You might want to diversify your savings. This is why I want to tell you about Birch Gold. So many things are out of our control, out of our president's control for that matter. So it can be important to have a safe haven for your savings. Birch Gold Group can help you convert an IRA or 401k into an IRA in physical gold. And the best news is it does not cost you 1 cent out of pocket. Just text MK to 989898 to get your free info kit. Plus right now through Black Friday, you're going to receive a free 1-ounce silver eagle coin for every $5,000 purchased. Protect your savings with Birch Gold. Text MK to 989898 and claim your eligibility for free silver today. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.